Hey, everybody, welcome to Hey, We're Talking. And we're just going to dive right into it. I already messed up because I addressed the audience. So hold on, let's go ahead. Now we're just talking to each other. Go ahead, Derek. What's up? No. Go ahead.
Let me do a countdown whenever we're starting so that I know that when we're recording it.
Yeah. We'll do. So that's one of the things we're going to do better from now on compared to the last show. So we'll do a countdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can ridicule me all you want.
No. I've already started the show. I didn't do the countdown this time, but it's okay. I mean, we'll add that in. That's been noted. Let's get into it. So, what do you guys want to do on the shows?
I need to do more GeoGuessr. I've been kind of slacking on that.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I was drinking last night. I was going to do some, but I drank some beers and
when you drink.
It probably would be, but I was trying to finish out Breaking Bad.
Ooh.
On Netflix.
Where are you at on that?
Yeah. I just finished. I finished. I had like 4 or 5 episodes to go, and I just.
So let's kind of talk about that real quick. Do you think that, I mean, the way Breaking Bad ended, that it could actually come back? No, without going into any details, just knowing what you watched, do you think there's a chance that they could actually bring back the show?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe with different characters.
No, same character, same everything. Do you think there's a possibility? I don't remember what happened with Jesse, but
I don't think that's possible.
Oh, yeah, maybe Jesse, but
yeah, that's it though.
I don't know. It could be.
That's a show I didn't want to see end. And Prison Break is back too, which I've got them all recorded. I haven't seen it yet. If you haven't seen Prison Break, Derek, it's a good show. It's a really cool show.
People I talk to think it's good, but I've never watched it. I don't.
The whole first season where in the jail that it was in, it was filmed right down the road from me in an old jail that is no longer in use. Basically, we just got a multi-million-dollar property sitting there that we don't use anymore.
Is it the same one from Blues Brothers?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, same one from so Prison Break and Blues Brothers, where he initially walked out of prison. That gate is, I don't know, 7 minutes down the road from me. And if you actually go to the south a little bit of that gate that was filmed in Blues Brothers, that's the tower. Remember how when he broke out of jail, he went up and then kind of went over to the tower?
You talking about on Prison Break?
Prison Break, yeah. Remember when he went out the window? You don't remember the first season when he broke out of jail?
I never watched it.
I watched it. Yes, I remember what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, when he actually broke out of the jail, that was an actual tower and all that stuff in the local prison. So that's pretty cool.
There you go. Is that prison's no longer in use, I'm assuming, based on the fact they're filming in it?
No, it's now a museum, and they allow you to film in it, movies and stuff like that. So if there's any prison movies coming out soon or something, there's a good likelihood that they're going to film in that jail. So, yeah.
So you're allowed to film in it, but like if you're a movie company, not like, Bob the YouTube star. You can't go up in there.
No.
Recreate Blues Brothers.
No, and it's a no-fly zone for drones too, which I'd love to. I'd love to fly my recently purchased drone in there, but it's a no-fly zone.
Man, we're going to have all sorts of drone footage on the show now.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, what I plan on doing is starting a playlist under Hey We're Talking that's going to be drone footage and stuff. So why not? I need something.
That's going to be tough doing drone stuff, at least for the podcast part. I mean, that would be cool for midweek man stuff, which I think we probably need to come up with some more ideas, because I think we can revisit coffee. We can revisit whiskey. Do we want to talk about tobacco?
He's got those on the spreadsheet.
Yeah, I put those on the spreadsheet.
You said revisit coffee and whiskey?
Yeah, but we were when we were doing the actual shows, it was flowing. It was good. It seemed like there was more information to share. And I think y'all both were like, we'll have to revisit this one later. And so I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like
it's actually on the spreadsheet within the second quarter of the year. So, but obviously we need to continue to fill out this spreadsheet with new and recent ideas.
Am I still supposed to pretend that I'm not talking to other people?
I mean,
No, I'm
obviously.
Serious.
I mean, we're talking to each other. I mean, but I mean, don't say anything. Don't throw out your frequently racist rantings for the general populace to listen to. No, I'm just kidding.
Just those? That's it? Can I talk about the sexist stuff? Can I pick on women and stuff?
No.
Oh, don't do that either.
Come
Okay.
on. Come on.
What about animals? Can I pick on animals?
I thought we were going to try to talk
everything
a little
besides
bit.
kittens.
No, you got kittens especially have to be beaten severely.
Derek, what were you going to say, Derek?
Go ahead.
Derek. I mean, I know we're recording this for, hey, we're talking, hey, everybody, how y'all doing? But, I mean, maybe something productive can come out of this. Maybe we can actually come up with some midweek man stuff topics. Y'all got nothing?
Wow, that was a lull in everything.
Yeah, dead air.
No, brainstorming sessions are tough to record because we got to start bouncing ideas off of each other. The one thing we really haven't talked about is like home improvement stuff, tools, things like that. I think that'd be something like that would be good.
Yeah, I recently changed the serpentine belt on my wife's vehicle, and there it is right there.
The serpentine belt is not squealing anymore. So great job, Derek.
Well, it actually fell off the car. Like, it disintegrated.
Yeah,
we don't even know where it is.
Over time, they dry rot, get little cracks in them, and you got to change them. Not a hard thing to do. But yeah, tool, car repair, we could always talk about that stuff. Why not? Home repairs?
Yeah.
Kind of a topic for midweek man stuff. Have you ever changed a toilet in your house?
No. Don't you have that little wax ring thing?
Yeah.
That seems scary. Like I remember I've seen videos where like you've got to set it on just right, or you've completely screw it up forever, or something like that.
Yep, that's true. You have to. Yeah, it's got to be set down perfectly on the two posts. I've changed out.
I mean, that's the kind of pressure that I can't handle. You know, if I'm in the emergency room trying to start an IV, that's one thing. But
setting the toilet on a wax ring. That's
a little
scary. Yeah.
Well, because you get shit everywhere if you don't put it on right.
Yeah. My new riding lawnmower, the front tires are already flat. There's so many thorns and things out here.
What?
Yeah. But no worries. I got the tire slime stuff.
Oh, we'll get. Okay, I'm gonna put that on the list here.
Yeah,
that slime is horrible.
It sounds riveting, dude.
Tire slime? I got it like over there. Like obviously the podcast listeners, if you're listening on iTunes or Podbean or heywe'retalking.com, you can't see it, but if you're on YouTube, I could get
we got to show them the can, dude. That's
okay.
Nope,
yeah,
we
dude.
don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they got to see it now.
So what? Let's see. What else? What else?
He's gonna go get the can.
All right, talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, we will. We'll keep talking. We're gonna keep talking about this. This is one of the best episodes that's ever been recorded for Hey We're Talking right now. This was a great idea. Loving every minute of it. Bob, how are you doing? You enjoying it?
I'm doing fine. Yeah, I mean,
cool.
This is filling out the spreadsheet, man. So let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about tire slime.
Oh, a big container of tire slime too.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
No,
you know
that
dude,
it's good. Look,
but it works.
It fixes tire.
It fills the holes in the tire, and it prevents like later on when I go out there and I run over something, it won't go flat.
You know that's kind of be used for like a temporary use emergency situation.
Well, what am I gonna do, Bob? I got an acre and 3/4, and there's cactuses and mesquite trees. There's thorns everywhere. All right, and it's gonna be almost impossible to avoid them.
See, that's a great invention. A thorn picker-upper.
This is gonna do the job. It's gonna repair the flats. It actually does repair them.
So I would figure that somebody somewhere in Texas knows what to do. Have you talked to anybody about the problem you're having? About
do you guys have a
tires
tire or a national tire and battery or any place like that?
I would imagine that probably the actual solution would be to get like an all rubber tire, something that will, that is solid and will not, there's no air in it, so it won't deflate. That is the ideal solution, and it's probably out there, but probably expensive. So
you're worth it, Derek.
So kind of getting back to the spreadsheet that I love to fill out.
Yeah, dude. Let's talk some more about the spreadsheet.
We got to start going through. We got to start getting some new stuff for Top 5 Friday too.
Yeah.
In the third quarter around Halloween, we're gonna probably change that up about a little bit and go to like a Freaky Friday or some kind of crazy stories or something. But Top 5 Friday, we need ideas for that too.
Okay. Top 5 tobaccos? Are we even doing tobaccos on this show? I mean, is that even allowed?
Does anybody care? If you want to. I don't care.
I mean, I know you don't smoke tobacco, Scott.
But he has.
I have, but
you have, and Bob and I, we're regular pipe and cigar smokers.
Yeah. I think,
and a lot of
I think that when you talk about pipe tobacco and cigars and stuff, I think that that's a big audience. So we should talk about.
We got Chad Yarbrough and we got Kevin Reynolds and Andy Nom de Tube. A lot of these guys are always listening to our show, and they're in the YouTube pipe community. They like to smoke. So
I know Boontar has followed us. I'm not sure if he listens though.
Boontar listens. He does listen to the show. In fact, he thinks that an hour-long show would be just great.
Well, that's because he drives all over the place, and he'd love to sit there and listen to it for an hour. So, I get it. But we get them from one rest area to the next. That's about it with our show. So that's okay.
Rest area in 15 minutes?
No.
Usually like 100 miles apart.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I was just making something up. Thanks for...
that's a good topic. We can talk about how far it is to get to rest areas. Put that on the spreadsheet.
Scott.
What?
You're a jerk.
Put that on the spreadsheet, dude.
Put that on the spreadsheet. Let's just put everything on the spreadsheet.
We do. We could talk about.
Okay, here's. You just gave me an idea off of that though.
Oh, good.
Bathroom nightmares. So what I mean by that is you're traveling somewhere or whatever. You really, really, really got to go, and you've gone into.
Would love this one. Tiny ass toilets.
Yeah, you've gone into a rest area or a gas station because you have no choice but to go.
Yeah.
And you've picked upon what? I'm sure we've all had something like that.
You struck gold with that one, my friend. I've got stories about bad bathrooms coming out of my ass.
What about
get it? Literally.
Yeah. What about yard work episodes?
Oh yes, let's talk about yard work. We'd like to talk about our tools and home improvement. This is revolutionary stuff, guys. Go ahead.
We can actually. This is something that would be very relevant for everybody. No, and I'm serious. In the next few weeks, I'm going to be planting a garden.
Yeah.
So why not? Let's talk about. I mean, Derek, I don't know if you have a garden.
I don't have a garden. And
you probably should.
Christ, that sounds horrible to have a garden right now. At least until I get the weeds under control. Let me get the weeds under control.
Let's stop getting flat tires from thorns, and then let's talk about a tomato plant.
All right, I'll scratch that one off the list.
Gardening.
No,
guys,
I would love.
Next week we got a really hot show coming at you. We got some gardening. We're going to talk about our tools and some home improvement next week on Hey, We're Talking.
So here's the thing this is the kind of stuff that we do typically on Voxer. We don't typically do it on a show, but this is how a lot of the ideas come up to fill out this spreadsheet and give show ideas. It's just bouncing ideas off of one another and somebody randomly talking about a topic and we go through it. I think one of the ones that we've got coming up at some point, I believe it's on the spreadsheet. If not, it will be, is wrestling.
Wrestling?
Really?
Wrestling? You know what's funny is usually these guys come up with ideas. I shit all over them. And then because of one of the ideas that they come up with, I come up with something brilliant. And then it's a great show. That's usually what happens.
Say what? But that is Scott's modus operandi. Just
listen, I just tell the truth. If it's a dumb idea, I say it's a dumb idea. That's just how it is. I can't help it.
How big is your yard, Scott? Like, how big is it?
It's well, I mean, the yard goes all the way down to the river, but it's not.
That doesn't mean anything to me. Where's the river?
I have a half acre, technically, of land.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would say of that half acre, most of it is not accessible.
Yeah, you can't. You fall. It's like a steep drop.
Okay,
it's not
so
like flat.
He sits on like a third of an acre with his house and his property, and the rest is unaccessible.
Does it get mowed?
Yeah.
Who does the mowing, and
Nick.
with what kind of?
And he uses Nick. He uses one of those Nick, N-I-C-K, Nick.
Okay.
And he uses one of those ones that it's like one of those zero turn things. And he flies back and forth through it's like he does it in like 5 minutes. It's ridiculous how fast he goes. And he destroys stuff all over my yard. I had to go talk to him the other day. I was like, look, Nick, love you, man, but can you stop ruining my shit? He backed into my dish twice. He rammed into the AC unit one time. I was like, Nick, come on, dude.
Does Nick have any other job in his life?
No.
So it's his job to mow yards?
Yeah.
And he still constantly destroys your yard?
He has done.
I've lived here like
4 years.
Guy in the world.
I've lived here about 4 years, and he has done about 3 or 4 things total. So I got AT&T fiber internet installed, and there's a wire outside. Hold on, Bob. This is important. So there's a wire outside, and it's above the ground. They didn't bury it yet. Okay. So I had to text him and be like, Nick, for the love of God, no matter what happens, do not cut that wire, because the fiber optic wires are muy expensive. And I'm like, dude, just please don't cut that wire. So he's like, oh yeah, I won't. So then I text him one more time the day he's coming. I'm like, hey, I know I'm being crazy about this, but I don't want to have to pay for this wire. Do not cut the wire. And he goes, I'll do my best. And I wanted to go, listen, don't do your best. Don't freaking cut the wire. Okay?
What happened?
He did not cut the wire. Thank God.
Okay.
Well, but to Nick's defense, he's a little person. So, I mean,
he's not though.
Is Nick a midget?
No,
a little person.
Midget, not the proper word. He's a little person. So, give a guy a break. He's got to get like a crate just to get on his little riding lawnmower thing.
Listen, Derek, where is this going with the yard? Because I'm interested to see where you were headed.
Where I'm headed is that each of us have different experiences and different obstacles, problems that we encounter in our yard. Do you have a lot of weeds, or is it mostly just grass?
It gets kind of weedy because I'm in the South, that stuff pops up quick. But here's my biggest obstacle with yards. I'm a fat guy and I don't cut my own grass. And I've always hated cutting my own grass. And when we moved down here, I was like, I'm paying somebody to do it. So he cuts it every 2 weeks, because in the summertime, it does not grow that much because it's too hot. There you go.
Well,
there's my big yard obstacle, and Nick ruining shit. Besides that, everything's good.
And see, the Nick story, the story about Nick, the world's most incompetent.
No, he's good.
Yard.
He's a good guy.
Okay.
The yard little person.
Nick, the garden gnome. Sorry.
Nick's a nice guy. That's part of the reason that I don't fire him, is because I just think he's a nice guy.
All right. Well, that's a bad business model. You can't throw out shoddy workmanship and expect to stay hired just because you're nice. Because I'm sure there are other nice yard care specialists out there in South Carolina, whatever city you're in, Greenville, whatever.
Here's the thing with Nick.
Get Joffrey the Giant to do it, right?
No.
Yeah.
He's massive.
Yeah. And he'd probably do a much better job than the small guy.
Is that his job?
I don't know, but he's big.
Are you mental?
We've already associated poor yard care with a small stature. So the bigger you are, the better you are at yard care, right? Is that the conclusion we're drawing here?
Maybe.
Doofuses. First of all, Nick's
So
not
get Joffrey
little.
the Giant to come out and
He's
in
not
the yard, and he'll do an immaculate job.
He's a normal-sized person. He's probably taller than Derek, but he's not huge.
Well, Derek's a little person, too.
I'm 5'7".
That's small, dude.
You've met me in real life.
I know. I was very surprised. We've talked about this. When I first saw you, I was like, oh, shit.
Everybody's surprised. It's because I frame myself.
You play bigger on TV.
Because I'm a lot overweight. So I have to.
Yeah, TV adds 50, 60 pounds.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so what you're saying is because I had that great story about Nick, that's a good topic for a future show.
Yeah, we could talk
about. But I used my one story; it's gone.
We can revisit. We can get the continuing saga of Nick, the midget yard care guy.
He's not a midget.
Yeah, okay, he's a
little person.
He's not a little person either.
And his
nickname.
Nick
listens to this show and he's like, "Man, those guys are evil."
Then you will be able to take him to the side and say, Derek Taint is just kidding around.
And then he will actually smash your AC unit, cut down.
Then he'll actually do stuff.
Optic line.
What we should do, here's what we should do. If you want some really good entertainment, we should talk about my neighbor. She's gosh.
Yeah, that's a list. Crazy neighbors.
Oh, yeah. Dude. Oh, my gosh.
Going on the spreadsheet.
Oh, the stuff that's going. Oh, I'm saving those stories.
Yeah, there's a story about killer bees. So that one's in. That is a teaser. Scott told me a story about how his neighbor was talking about killer bees there in South Carolina. So that'll be an interesting one.
I'm not privy to that story, so it's like an inside joke.
I have never lived by a neighbor like this, so this is new territory for me. In my 45 years, 25 of which I've been living on my own with my wife, we've never experienced a bad neighbor like this before, so it's interesting. All right. Is that? I mean, we can keep going so that we can make Boontar feel like we have a longer show for this drive because we're like over the 20-minute mark at this point. So if there's any other ideas you want to throw out, we can.
I mean, we can go on to the next show. What are we talking about? Conspiracy theories or Bigfoot or?
I don't know.
That stuff got blown out of the water, bro.
I could still talk.
Down on the spreadsheet.
Conspiracy theories is still a great topic. I mean,
he moved it. You know, the truth is that the NFL draft we were going to talk about, that's tomorrow.
Oh.
So, I mean, we could talk about that, but let's be real.
I know nothing. I'm sorry. I did not study. I know nothing.
You don't have to worry about that. That's okay. Plus, you're a Cowboys fan. Nothing can help
you.
You.
We just got to get Dak Prescott a little bit of help out there.
Yeah. Man, you guys did Tony Romo wrong, dude.
Like I had anything to do with it.
I blame all of Texas.
The whole state.
The whole state.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
I need to go to a Dallas Cowboys game. I've only been to one NFL football game my whole life.
Bob is giving us the wrap up signal.
Oh, I can't even see. I got the sun in my face.
Hey, speaking of NFL, what was I going to say? Oh, you went to a Titans game, right?
Yeah, I went to a Titans Colts game in 2015. It was the time that we were all down
at the Nashville Pipe Show. You went.
Yeah, when I met you guys for real.
Yep.
And it was a good game. I saw Andrew Luck throw a lot of interceptions, but he brought the team back, and I got to see like a fake punt.
Yeah.
Like
was Mariota on the team in 15, or who was the quarterback?
It was Marcus Mariota. Yeah.
Poor guy broke his fibula.
We were in the nosebleeds, like very top row.
Yeah.
Tippy top. But it was awesome.
Hey, eventually, I think, Bob, one of the things that you and I should do, I mean, hockey season is coming to a close here. We've got maybe a month or so left, but someday we need to teach Derek the beauty of hockey That'd be fun.
I saw that Nashville beat the Blackhawks.
Yeah, they did
last night.
Woo!
Hawks have been struggling. They're just not doing a lot of things right, and had some unfortunate calls in a couple games too. So, but that's the nature of hockey. It happens, you know.
Sometimes
you can't win.
the puck doesn't go your way.
No,
puck luck, as they call it.
Yeah.
Derek is riveted. Look at his face. He's so excited about when we talk about hockey.
Wearing the sunglasses so he can't see
the
my eyes glaze
the other
over.
sports thing that we could talk about, Bob. I don't. Derek, are you a big baseball fan?
I like baseball. I try to go to see the Rangers once or twice a year over in Arlington.
You guys could kind of teach me more stuff. I know the basics of baseball, but I've never been a huge baseball fan. And T-Mobile actually gave all their customers free MLB TV this year. So I can watch all the Tigers games this year. I've watched a few. Usually I just have it on in the background. Baseball feels like one of those sports that you can just kind of have on in the background. You don't have to like pay attention to every single thing that's happening, but
because it's a slower sport and you kind of, you hope to hit all the hot spots, or you wait until you hear the announcers get excited and you jump back to the TV. What happened? Oh, cool. Let me look at that replay, things like that. I mean, baseball with 162 games.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. That's what kills me. 162 games.
Well, plus you got all the preseason games too. I mean, so you're looking at 180, 190 games.
I already feel like hockey's
plus the
too
postseason
many games. Yeah. Not to mention, good grief. Too much.
Yeah.
Cut the season down.
We'll do some baseball talk maybe around the All-Star break.
Okay, we can do that.
We can mix in there and really kind of talk where our teams are and all that stuff.
Is the All-Star game like July-ish? When is that?
Yeah, it's typically July. Let me see here. The All-Star game is July 11th.
Okay. The cool thing is if we talk about that, then we'll be just a little bit more, and we're talking training camp for the NFL, so we can get excited about our teams before they lose.
Yeah,
especially considering the pickups the Bears did this year. I'm glad they got Cutler, but Mark Sanchez and
Yeah, the guy that they signed was freaking backup in Tampa Bay. What's the Glennon? Is it?
Yeah.
What is it? What's his name?
Mike Glennon?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? That guy, they signed that guy to like 3 years and $15 million a year. What are they going to pay Matthew Stafford? He's going to make like $30 million a year. Mike Glennon made $15 million a year.
Well, that's the Bears, man. It's a stupid organization, but it's not a guaranteed contract, and hopefully the Bears will draft a quarterback, and hopefully we can get some development, but I don't think Mark Sanchez is that guy to develop it. I don't know. That's a whole... We'll continue that on another...
Speaking of, put this down as like a note when we talk about football, no joke. I think that of all the sports that the players get screwed with not guaranteed contracts and all that kind of stuff, the NFL is brutal, dude. I mean, it's so violent, it's so brutal, and these guys don't get their money if they get hurt.
And then in the baseball talks, we'll talk about the salary cap in baseball would be a good idea or not.
Oh my gosh, those guys make so much money, dude.
Yep,
dude. All right, all exciting topics. Kind of picked up there at the end. After the 15th, 16th, maybe the 20th minute, we really started going. After 20 minutes in, we really hit our stride.
This is just a random whatever.
These are fun shows, though.
Well, we got to kind of do this once in a while and just have no topic and just talk. So
let's see how it goes. We'll let you, the listener. I'm addressing the listeners again. Everybody out there.
Oh, you screwed that up already at the
Everybody
beginning.
out there in Hayward Talking Land. Let us know what you think when we just sit here and tell you what we're thinking about.
Far be God forbid I have an alternative concept for a show.
It's a great idea.
And then you just blow it up within the first 5 minutes.
It worked.
I think it'll be good, and we'll continue this talk on Friday's episode.
Yes, we will.
Maybe.
Derek, you want to say goodbye?
Thanks for listening. If you're if you're on the iTunes or the Podbean or the Hey We're Talking podcast, we have exclusive content on YouTube that I've been neglecting. I'm gonna get back to that. I play GeoGuessr, so. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can download this as a podcast and listen to it like during your commute or whatnot. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much to all our listeners and viewers. We appreciate it so much. We may not say it all the time, but in our hearts, we feel it a lot. Bye.